All right, let's jump right in. We've all heard it, right? That as you get older, your legs just naturally get weaker. It's just a part of life. But what if I told you that that common belief is the very thing holding you back? What if it's what's keeping you from staying strong, mobile, and truly independent? So let's just ask the question head on. Is this major leg weakness really an unavoidable part of aging? Well, the short answer is a big, resounding no. The idea that we just have to accept it is a myth, and today we're going to bust that myth wide open with some science-backed and, most importantly, joint-friendly exercises. And this really gets to the heart of why we're talking about this. This isn't just about being fit. Nope. This is about your freedom. The freedom to walk without a second thought, to play with your grandkids, to travel, or to just get up out of a chair without struggling. It's about your quality of life. So where are people going wrong? A lot of us think, a daily walk is all we need. And hey, walking is fantastic, don't get me wrong. But often it's just not enough to build the kind of deep, functional strength that really protects you. Here are the biggest traps people fall into. First, relying only on walking, or fearing an injury so much that you avoid strength training altogether. Another big one is doing exercises that only work one muscle group, which can create these painful imbalances in your joints. But the biggest myth of all? The belief that it's just too late. I'm here to tell you it is never, ever too late to build strength. To really get the solution, you gotta see your legs for what they are. This incredibly complex, interconnected system. It's not just about your quads up front. You've got your hamstrings in the back, your super powerful glutes, those stabilizing adductors, your inner thigh muscles, and the whole thing is anchored by your core. For real stability, they all have to work together as a team. And that brings us to our amazing solution, isometric exercise. Now, what's so cool about this is that you're building strength through stillness. Think of it like this. Your muscles are firing on all cylinders, working super hard and creating tension, but they aren't actually moving. They're not shortening or lengthening. This means you get all the strengthening benefits without the wear and tear on your joints. In fact, a huge 2023 study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine even found that isometrics can lower blood pressure more effectively than running. So today, we're going to put two of the absolute best isometric exercises head to head, the classic wall sit and the really powerful horse stance. Let's break them down and figure out which one might be the perfect starting point for you. First up, let's talk about which muscles get to work. The wall sit is like a laser beam for your quads, those big muscles on the front of your thighs. It's perfect for building the endurance you need to climb stairs. The horse stance, though, that's a full-on party for your lower body. It calls in your quads, your glutes, those often forgotten inner thigh muscles, and your core. It builds a complete functional network of strength. Okay, what about mobility? The wall sit is super safe and stable, but it doesn't do a whole lot for your range of motion. The horse stance is a total game changer here. It actually improves your flexibility because you're building strength while your muscles are in an open, lengthened position. It's like combining a strength exercise and a stretch into one move. Think about how useful that is for getting in and out of a car or bending down in the garden. And let's not forget the mental side of things. The wall sit is a pure test of willpower. It's you against that burn in your thighs. Can you hold it for just 10 more seconds? The horse stance, on the other hand, is a discipline of focus. With no wall to lean on, you need total body awareness and controlled breathing just to stay stable. It builds mental toughness through concentration. So let's wrap this all up. If your main goal is building pure quad strength, or if you're just starting out, the wall sit is an absolutely fantastic place to begin. But if you're ready for a bigger challenge, one that builds total body strength, balance, and mobility all at once, then the horse stance is where you're headed. All right, time to get practical. Let's start with the wall sit. This is your safe, simple, and seriously effective ticket to building real leg endurance. Here's exactly how you do it. Find a sturdy wall and stand with your back flat against it. Walk your feet out about 2 feet. Now, just slowly slide down the wall until your thighs are parallel to the floor. The most important thing here is alignment. Check that your knees are right over your ankles. This protects your joints. Once you're there, just hold it and remember to breathe. Start with 20 or 30 seconds and just see how it feels. And a few really crucial safety tips. Listen to your body. If you feel any pain in your knees, just slide up the wall a little bit. It's not a competition. And please breathe. Don't hold your breath. Also, resist that temptation to press your hands on your thighs for help. You want your legs to do 100% of the work here. Okay, for all of you who are ready to level up, let's dive into the horse stance. This is a total body challenge that really builds power and control. So for this one, you'll start with a nice wide stance, a bit wider than your shoulders, with your toes pointing just slightly out. Now bend your knees and sink your hips down and back, like you're about to sit in a low chair. The real key here is posture. Keep your spine nice and tall and your chest open. Find your balance and hold it for 20 to 40 seconds. Now, safety for this one is all about good form. You have to actively think about pushing your knees out so they don't cave in. And squeeze your core and your glutes. That's what's going to keep your back straight and supported. And hey, if you feel a little wobbly at first, that is totally normal. Just practice near a wall or a chair. You can tap for a little extra support. You're doing great. But remember, exercise is only half the battle. To get the best results, what you do in the kitchen is just as important. You've got to fuel your body the right way to build and maintain that new muscle. And when we talk about fuel for muscle, here is the magic number: 20 to 30 grams. That's how much high-quality protein you should be aiming for with every single meal. After you work your muscles, they need these building blocks to repair themselves and grow stronger. This part is absolutely non-negotiable for making real progress. So what does that look like on a plate? Well, for protein, think things like eggs, chicken, lentils, or a good Greek yogurt. You also have to support your bones with calcium and vitamin D, and get minerals like magnesium from nuts and seeds to help prevent muscle cramps. And just as important is what you don't eat. Processed foods, tons of sugar, and alcohol can all work against you and slow down your progress. Finally, let's bring this all into your everyday life. The goal is to make movement a constant habit. Try to stand up and stretch every hour. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. When you're brushing your teeth, try balancing on one leg. These tiny, consistent actions add up to huge results in your overall mobility and stability. It's amazing. Which brings us right back to where we started and the most important point of all. We're not just building muscle here. We are building freedom. The freedom to live your life on your terms without your body holding you back. That's the real prize. So the most important step is just taking the first one. It's never too late to start getting your strength back. The only question is, which one will you try first? Are you going to start with a solid foundation on Team Wall Sit, or are you ready to jump right into the challenge with Team Horse Stance? Let's do this.